It's the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through San Francisco. It's the Golden Eagles and the 49ers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, it's an exciting battle of NFC teams. Four quarters between one of these teams and a spot in the Super Bowl. The NFC Championship is underway. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite at the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Rolling left, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And this one does not go far. 3 yards on that pickup, but still a mile to go on third down. Setting up a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
And a nice return has them looking at a very short field now. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. Leading him out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Golden Eagles get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Bullock adds the PAT. And the Golden Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 31. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Play action on first down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. Decent gain here, but short of the first. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. They'll send him over right. 1st and 10, looking to throw. This is hauled in by Myers. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. No return on that punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw it on 1st down. Schultz with the catch. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that 1st down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a 1st down for the offense. That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He's dropping back to throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Golden Eagles take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Their offense ready to take the field now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was Devondre Campbell making the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They're looking at 3rd and very long. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the 49ers are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26, and it brings up a San Francisco first down. Now a give to Johnson, coming right. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's a 49er first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds the in route, complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing now from the gun. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throw on third down. Cut near the goal line. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down from the red zone. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. But now all eyes going to turn to those officials. We got to see if this flag is going to take it away.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Things got a little too carried away there. Man, we are not surprised at all to see the flags fly and the penalty called. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled, seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros. And part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound. But not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
The Golden Eagles get their punter out there. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. It's taken at midfield. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the 49ers are set up quite well for their next possession. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. We'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 46-yard line.
On the ground again with Johnson. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Motioning the tight end now. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They bring a tight end in motion right. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. He gets this one to Myers. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the 49ers will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15.
Well, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Has it in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. From the pocket, looking for a target.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll throw it again. He's got it. Touchdown, San Francisco. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Dumps it off to his running back. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And this is picked up by the 49ers! Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Hits his running back. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Throwing it again here. That one's cut along the left sideline. He does it. Touchdown. The Golden Eagles earn the chance to tie it before halftime. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was going to be a touchdown, like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated just like the quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Golden Eagles tie things up at 14. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. McLeod now returning it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The 49ers are ready to go on offense for the final time in the first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. They'll come out throwing. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
From the 29. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects with Johnson. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. He'll throw it yet again. He's on the move, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. That's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Which one of these two clubs is going to be Super Bowl bound? We'll find out in just a little bit. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the LA Chargers squaring off against the Houston Texans. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's send it back over to Kate and Brock. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're
Here's
all even to this
McPherson on
point.
to handle the
This
kickoff.
has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one
Starting
big play
at the 10.
could turn out to be the difference.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the second half. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll throw to begin this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll throw it. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Devondre Campbell. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
First and 10, they're going to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So second down coming up. Dropping back to throw. Schultz with the catch. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Back now, pressure on its way. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 10-yard line.
They are throwing it again. Bails out of the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can speak from personal experience on this one. That is the absolute worst nightmare as a quarterback. When you call that bootleg and you turn around and all you see is nothing but a big old defensive end, yeah, your interest switch from getting rid of the ball to a little self-preservation. Good job just simply hanging onto the football.
He has the first over the middle. And he drives this forward to the 6. Gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. Getting out to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one thing, and that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks? Well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign? Well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. He finds Johnson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. This offense getting all set for this series. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a quarterback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Dumped off to his running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now. From the 46. Completed over the middle. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Brought down by Charles Omenahu on the play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. This gets the 1st and more. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Dumps it off to his running back.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! The Golden Eagles take a 3rd quarter lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Now Bullock for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Golden Eagles take a 4-point lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. McLeod now returning it. This return makes it up to the 25. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Short pass brought in. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Finds his man Rice. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. This is complete to Schultz. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47. Completed to his running back. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jack Thompson finishing that play off. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. They kick the running back in motion. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's 49ers football, and they trail. Their playoffs hanging in the balance. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers push their lead to 3. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Golden Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning Myers right. Throwing now on 1st down. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
And the 49ers get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again, following the sack. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing third and long. Now looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up fourth and long. They'll bring out the punter here. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Let's go.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Into the hands of Schultz. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. New set of downs for him at the 38. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
He's going to throw this one. Finds a man, right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, Johnson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
They did it! He made the interception! Kyer Elam makes the play. And the Golden Eagles have some new life in the 4th.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Here comes their offense out again. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll run here on first down. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back to throw now. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll throw it on 1st and goal. Touchdown! So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Bullock able to tack on the point after. And the Golden Eagles take a 4-point lead.
49ers 24.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the 49ers on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they've made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? He's back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
They'll run for this. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Back to throw. Brought in right side.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Now to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Motioning one of the tight ends. He'll look to throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running back sent in motion. Setting up to pass. Cut near the goal line. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Extra point upcoming. This to put it to a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Moore with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. From the 35 on second down. Throwing the out route complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Throwing from the gun. Complete out to the right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Still sticking with the passing game. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll throw it yet again. Looking right, and he finds him. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Gotta hurry this to the line. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Big moment for Randy Bullock here. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. The kick is good. He got it. And in the final moments, they force overtime. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different, and we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed 1 possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those 2 drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first. Well, either team has proven they would be more than deserving, but only one can rep the NFC in the Super Bowl. The kick is away in overtime. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And since it's the postseason, Brock, a touchdown won't win the game automatically, but it will put some serious pressure on their opponents getting the football next. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Johnson again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So remember, even if they reach pay dirt, other side still gets to answer in the playoffs. They're on the right track, but so plenty of work to go to put that touchdown up.
Seeing those chains move is so critical on that opening drive. It's kind of like getting a runner on base, Kate, in the top of the baseball inning. It just sets the table for more to come.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. That's caught for the first. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a 49er first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
1st and 10 from the 41. Looking for a throw here. Gets this to Johnson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
So for those of you keeping track, we get a solid completion for decent yardage on 1st, and then we go backwards on 2nd. Kate, I guess we got a quality rubber match right here on 3rd down.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The offense getting set to go. Their defense got off the field clean, Brock, and now their offense runs on knowing that any points are going to end this game.
Well, you want to look up complimentary football in the football dictionary. This might be the most important time for it. One side of the ball makes the stands, the other side gets a chance to go win it.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Has him on the quick hitter. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing now, off play action. This ball's caught by Uzomah. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Pass play now. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Blown back gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2. Punt team on the field. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. Back out runs their offense. Each offense has had a chance to score now, Brock. Neither one could, so we're in a sudden death. The next score wins it.
And wouldn't it be great, Kate, if we saw one of these defenses just take a turnover back?
He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. This has been the overtime that will not end, partner, and it's going to keep going to yet another possession as they force a key fumble there.
Oh, somebody eventually has got to make the play that ends this thing, right? The defense, well, they just did its part to keep it going. Now it's another chance for their teammates to go finish the deal.
Well, all reviews in overtime have to come from the officials, and we have one coming here. They want one more look at that play. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The give to Johnson on the option. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Again, brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. This offense ready to get going again now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. First and 10, they're going to throw. Hits his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Short pass brought in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give him a 1st down.
First down, Mexico City.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed here to Uzama. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Finds a man right side. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Oh, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Cut out left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Well, this is just the game that never ends, it seems. That overtime is in the books. It is time to flip the field and start another one as we wait for a winner. And postseason overtime differs from what we saw in the regular season. A touchdown on the opening drive doesn't end things anymore. Both teams guaranteed a possession. And if we're still tied after each team has had the football once, we then go to sudden death, and the first score takes it. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. We're back, and no surprise here. Both of these teams giving it all they've got. We're in double overtime as we fight to send someone to the Super Bowl. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now we're on the counter. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And now the entire game rests on his next kick. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first, as they'll take a moment to plan their next steps here in OT. Big moment for Randy Bullock here. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And they're your winners in double overtime.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Golden Eagles, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.